Hey folks, thanks for coming on the line today. It's John Dubas at the brokerage here in Lewisville, Texas. I appreciate you coming on the line and spending some time with us today and getting a little bit of extra insight into the most popular Medicare supplement in the country. There's a couple of reasons why we couch that statement as we do. One, in our publicity with this organization, we have to be careful about how we use their logo and their naming. And also, kind of wanted you folks to look at this from a viewpoint that doesn't have some of the preconceived notions that might come with this particular carrier. A little bit about us up front. Obviously, we've been around since '76, or here in Lewisville, Texas, a suburb just north of Dallas. We market insurance services specifically through you as an independent agent and look to deliver contracts at the highest possible commission level, with recruiting contracting being available. We have a full portfolio of Medicare products. So when you look at the big carriers, we have those programs available for you, and those programs come with a little bit of variance as to what comes as part of that contract. United Healthcare, well, United Healthcare brings to us the Medicare Advantage programs, their prescription drug plans, and the contract with AARP Medicare Supplements. It also brings to us all of the companies that they've purchased and brought under their umbrella. So if you're with Marketing Preferred Care Partners in Florida, you have it. You still speak to Care Improvement Plus and the legacy states, well, they have it. You're with Senior Dimensions in Nevada, they've got it, all part of that same contract. So unlike some of the other carriers we're about to talk about, one contract goes across the board for the entire Medicare portfolio. You do have to offer or do different paperwork in order to get ACA programs on board. We'll kind of table that discussion in light of what's going on with commissions and some of the things in the ACA world at present. The Aetna Coventry contract is still separate from Humana at this point in time. It is a program that gives you the ability to offer their Medicare Advantage contracts and their Medicare prescription drug programs. Their Medicare Supplement programs is a separate contract. Baylor, Scott & White in different parts of Texas, a different type of footprint than some of the others. It is a singular contract for their Medicare programs, which is Medicare Advantage, including their cost plan in Central Texas. They do not offer a standalone drug program. If you're looking to offer their ACA programs, that is a separate addendum to the contract. And keep in mind, that is a carrier that is still paying commissions to the agent for an ACA contract. Blue Cross Blue Shield, it also gives you the ability to offer their Medicare Advantage prescription drug and Medicare Supplement programs. The ACA program is a separate contract, and they did announce this last week that starting in April, they are curtailing the payment of commissions as well. So Baylor, Scott & White can be a very big piece for you. Blue Cross Blue Shield, hey, we're back into the Medicare world. Care & Care is a Medicare Advantage program up here in North Texas, counties around the Metroplex here in Dallas, Fort Worth, and in North Carolina. Very strong regional carrier. Cigna HealthSpring is listed here. It is under sanction. We're not to market or speak to it, so there we go. Humana, a separate contract for their Medicare portfolio, but you can also add in their ancillary products and their ACA product. Once again, a commission issue on the ACA piece. But Humana has a very wide footprint and is also got a very strong dental program and some other ancillary programs that we may not think of immediately in the Medicare world. It's a contract you need. Memorial Hermann, it is offered for the Medicare world in Harris and Montgomery counties, and is a separate contract as well for the ACA world. So if you're in the Houston market and you need an ACA carrier that, hey, does pay you commission, we got to chat about Memorial Hermann. When you go into the different portfolio of programs that are available on the Medicare Supplement world, you have a number of them that are available to you, in addition to what we've spoken to that are part or adjunct to the Medicare Advantage carriers that we've already talked about. We do a separate webinar on our Medicare Supplement quote engine, a tool for you to use to help sell Medicare supplements and help make you aware of programs that you probably need in your portfolio as part of the Medicare Supplement world. So briefly, the AARP product, Assured Woodman of the Year World, the Blue Cross Blue Shield contract, Cigna, Gerber, Humana, Medico, Mutual of Omaha companies, current incarnation in Texas right now, Omaha, Sentinel, Standard, Transamerica, and then we have the group Medicare product of Senior's Choice. Also offer the full portfolio so you can cross-sell across the board: life insurance, final expense, long-term care, the individual major medical ACA programs we spoke to a bit ago, other medical programs to help fill your portfolio. So, John, you've danced around this long enough. What is this most popular program that you're referring to? You folks know. It's the AARP Medicare Supplement program. And we're going to give you a very quick rundown of the top 10 reasons why you would want to offer this program as part of your portfolio. Keep in mind that though we were born at night, it wasn't last night, and we understand that there are some folks out there that still don't like 4 initials that follow in this particular order. Keep in mind there's a whole bunch of people that do. And AARP continues to break records in selling direct to the public telephonically. That tells us that demand is there. There are people there that want this product, and let's talk why. One of the first reasons you want to consider is the fact that it does offer some incredible sales support. You've got state-approved marketing and sales material that are stellar pieces available to you through the agent toolkit and the marketing or the agent website at UnitedHealthProducers.com, pre-approved material for you to use. They've got a dedicated product sales team that are there to help with questions. Customer support, agent support is awesome. You've got some ongoing training support and tools that come to you all the time. And if you have that contract in place now and you aren't aware of some of the pieces of marketing material available specifically for you as an authorized to offer agent, that's something we need to discuss individually. It is a carrier that does carry a ton of political clout, and by doing so, it not only influences policy, but it helps keep us aware of what's going on. So we get timely insights on the industry and pieces that come back to you. Administrative support, this is where I'm going to throw in the new electronic enrollment process, their Smart Enroll program, a great way for you to do some things electronically, take away the vagaries that come with a handwritten application. Man, if you write like me, you're writing in Chickenese. This makes it a lot easier for you. And then, of course, the agent services component with the online services that we've mentioned through UnitedHealthProducers.com and the authorized to offer programs. Obviously, some of the really cool things that you can do with a supplement program in general, United Healthcare's AARP Medicare Supplement program specifically, is it's network free, so to speak, unless you go into one of their select programs that will give you a little better rate for planned procedures with certain hospitals. Any doctor or hospital that accepts Medicare patients will accept it. And I got to tell you, unless you have lived in a cave for a long, long time, you've heard of AARP. Of course, being network non-specific, it does allow access to the specialists without referrals. So there's not a referral process they have to go through and deal with. And you don't deal with any network restrictions then unless you are working a Medicare Select plan in certain areas. They're not available everywhere anyway. You work North Texas, you really need to look East Texas, particularly at the AARP Medicare Select plans out in Smith counties, Smith, Gregg counties. There's some really, really good things they got going on there rate-wise, ancillary benefit-wise that you really can get. It does give the policyholder the advantage of being able to travel without worry across the United States, knowing that they don't have to look for or get pre-authorization for any type of care that they seek outside of their home area. It does really give the person then the advantage of budgeting and limiting their out-of-pocket costs. So they'll know specifically what costs are, and you know the power of the Plan F. You know, they'll pay what Medicare won't pay or doesn't pay on approved services, they'll take care of it. Like any other Medicare supplement plan, if Medicare doesn't approve the base coverage, SUP won't pay it either. But that's just the way it is with any of the supplement plans. And with this, you do have the ability to change plans at any time. This is really unique to the AARP programs because you can have someone who will apply for a Plan N at a much reduced premium from a Plan F, have it in place for a number of months, a month, years, whatever it is, and then realize they've got a planned service coming up that's going to require hospitalization and some additional out-of-pocket expenditures through their supplemental plan that they have in place. They can call AARP Member Services and say, hey, I want to switch from a Plan N to a Plan F. And the first of the next month it's done without additional underwriting. They have the difference in the billing they make up, but then they've got that full coverage and can cover that procedure entirely. That's monumental in my mind, and it gives you then the opportunity to help budget beyond the regular budget process based on just a premium. So they can go in with a lesser program, and then as different pieces apply, you have the opportunity to change the programs toward the first of the month, and you've got the ability to change back to the other plan once those procedures and the aftercare is taken care of in the fashion that you wanted with a more comprehensive program. Really, really neat function. What you also get with AARP is incredible customer service. 9 of 10 of their policyholders would recommend their programs to a friend. They've got a 94% member satisfaction rate. 98% of the claims are processed within 10 business days. The plans are available nationwide. You've got discounts. That availability does vary from state to state, but put in place based off the Part B effective date that can really make the plans very cost effective. A lot of us will think back to the old days where AARP, well, yeah, they'll take anybody. It's a guarantee issue product, and, you know, still expensive. When the plans were modernized with the passage of MIPA, you saw rate structures change. You saw AARP go from a guarantee issue product to one with very limited underwriting, still very liberal in who they'll take, and it's one of the reasons why we feel you have to have this as part of your portfolio, because it gives you the ability to get people Medicare supplement coverage they can't get anywhere else. That's available to you as part of this program. You have, with AARP, a number of standardized plan options available across the country. It varies from state to state. These are the plan benefits as mandated by the standardization legislation. You'll note that in certain states, some plans aren't available, some are. AARP at this time does not offer a Plan G, but their Plan Fs are the largest selling Medicare supplement program in the country. You'll have some things come back and forth from Blue Cross Blue Shield on some different pieces. They are, Blue Cross Blue Shield and AARP are the two big gorillas in the industry, and each of them will show statistics that say, hey, I'm the big dog. This is our nomination for the big dog overall at this time. One of the things it does to you as well, or for you as well, is gives you the opportunity to sell year-round. Medicare supplement plans are not subject to lock-in. They may be subject to the underwriting, but that's where AARP really shines, because you have the simplified underwriting process where you have 2 questions that determine acceptance. In most states, it's that way in Texas. If they can answer those questions correctly, honestly, they will be offered a policy. And so overall, 99.7% of the folks that apply are accepted, and only 0.3% are denied for underwriting. It's incredible. So you can get people coverage. There are expanded guarantee issue rights in many states, and that's dictated by some of the state legislation. Washington, Missouri, California come to mind very quickly. These are programs, too, that allow you latitude to offer different Medicare Part D plans. So a person's medication use doesn't necessarily have to dictate what type of coverage they take to cover their medical expenses. The AARP Part D program, the SAVER program, is the most popular Part D plan in the country as well. You see some rate variance from state to state, still a very competitive product, but it gives you the opportunity to offer Part D programs from other carriers should you choose to do so as well. You do have the access, as I mentioned earlier, to AARP branded material through the Authorized to Offer program. Level 1 gives you a ton of material. If you produce 6 apps or more, you go into a status for that on a year-to-year basis. If you write over 30 applications, you're going into level 2, and you got a ton more material that's available to help you market the program. This is obviously one of our featured programs in our Medicare Supplement support programs, and we'll talk about that in just a second as well. In addition, AARP Medicare Supplements offer value-added services in different states. Here in the state of Texas, it comes with that AARP Vision discount through iMed. Who's iMed? Well, you hit Pearl Vision Center, you got iMed. There's a whole bunch of different places in it. It does also offer the 24-hour nurse health line through Optum Health and the Silver Sneakers membership here in Texas, gym memberships, fitness programs. If you are, once again, going back to East Texas and marketing that program, someone has a gym membership, look at the Select program. It has both hospital systems. You roll in this gym membership, it makes this program the least expensive in the area for that individual. And the number one reason is it has very stable rate increases. In Texas, we don't see those rate increases till June, but they've been rolling around 4% on average for the last 7 years. So you've got some really stable rates that come into play. And when you put someone on the program, you know that in the long term, you don't necessarily have to worry about, ooh, the rates went up in 6 months, I got to move them. Or, ooh, the rates went up in a year, I need to move that person, but they got health issues now, I can't. You have rate stability that'll make a big, big difference for you in growing your book, not just maintaining it. So if we're doing all this work just to stay even, you know, you're paddling to keep your head above water. That's not what we're in this for. We're in it for the long term. We're out to grow our renewals. This is a great way to make certain that your folks stay satisfied. Go back to the member satisfaction piece of it, and they got stable rates. You don't have to worry about someone coming in and swiping them. So an overall review on those top 10 reasons to offer the AARP Medicare Supplement programs. You got that sales support that come with the largest Medicare Supplement company in the country. You got the freedom and flexibility of Medicare Supplements that allow a person to seek the care wherever Medicare services are accepted. You've got the growing market. We kind of breezed through that through the presentation, but you know, 10,000 people a day turning 65. A whole bunch of them want AARP, and you have a different mindset in some of the folks that are aging into Medicare than from some of the folks who were disappointed by the political action of this particular carrier 2 presidential elections ago. Some people still remember it. You do have that focus on customer service, both to your client and to you as the agent. You have a ton of affordable plan options. You'd be surprised as you go in and go through the Medicare Supplement quote engine for different areas, how in different age groups this is very, very competitive. You have broad access to those plans. It complements the Part D coverages. You've got the marketing material laid out there for you to help you market, and it brings those value-added services, the vision discount, the health club membership, different pieces that come into play, and then you have that incredibly stable rate. You don't have to worry about double-digit rate increases, how you're going to explain things to your client base, how you got to work to keep them as part of your agency as opposed to growing your agency. Some things that are there for you to do. The contracts we offer through the brokerage are vested. The contracts we offer through United Healthcare are a setup where you are paid directly by United Healthcare. You own that business. It's vested. The renewals go directly to you. The commission payments go directly to you. If you're interested in recruiting for United Healthcare or any of the other carriers we offer, we do have recruiting contracts available as well. One of the things that we do offer as a perk is complimentary errors and omissions coverage. So if you need E&O and you offer the product through us, we can add you to our blanket E&O policy at no expense to you. Can't use this word in the Medicare world. We're using it here, free. You don't get charged for your E&O. That electronic support we mentioned before through the quote engines, guys, you can market MedSups year-round. We can help you do that through the Medicare Supplement quote engine, where you're offering a review to your prospects and members, and you then also have the electronic support for quotes for other areas as well. Final expense, other life insurance products, IMM, a whole bunch of other things that are available to you as an agent with the brokerage. We're going to help get you in front of folks. We have a full menu of lead programs. We advise you obviously never to put all your eggs in one basket and diversify your program, but a whole bunch of information is available on our website. We also do webinars on it. It'll be part of the follow-up to today's presentation. You can cold call for every product that is a Medicare Supplement program except for one, and that's the one we're talking about. You can't cold call for AARP MedSup. You can for the other programs. Once you're in the house and you're mentioning the options, obviously you can sell it thereafter. You can't cold call AARP MedSups though. There are different programs that can put you in place to help gather prospects through grassroots marketing. We're kicking off a program with HEB from March through July, continuing an ongoing retail program for SEP, but that includes Medicare products across the board. So you have your PDP portfolio to offer along with your MedSups when appropriate as well. This is a great topic to use in the community when dealing with faith-based organizations and doing seminar selling. Explaining the difference between Medicare supplement plan types can make you a hero, and it can sell you some business. In this particular circumstance, AARP doesn't offer a Plan G. Some other programs do. An explanation of the difference between F and G and the premium difference that comes as part of it can make a big difference to you. Let your customer make that decision, but let them make an informed decision through presentations you do to groups. We talk a lot about provider marketing as well, but keep in mind not every provider in the world is part of a network. And if you know of a prominent physician in an area that is not part of a network, offering them the same service that you're offering the clients, a review of the Medicare supplement programs available in the area, hey, you're in with that doc then. You're helping preserve their book of business, their patient base, and that's something to very carefully consider as part of an overall provider marketing program. Some of the carriers will offer you lead assistance. We talked about the Authorized to Offer program from AARP. Mutual of Omaha's got a really cool program for the MedSups. Transamerica does. Sentinel does. Standard Life does. So there's a number of programs out there that can help get you in front of folks with the carrier kicking in some spiff as well. You can obviously do mailers for MedSups. We've got 3 mailer programs that are distinct and set up for Medicare supplements. You can use ARM for those. We have a catalog of that. It's $450, $1,000 if you go through our services. And for the remaining month of February, the remainder of February, instead of a 1,000-piece mailer for $450, you get a 1,200-piece mailer for $450. So as I mentioned in a little blurb on that lovely internet earlier this month, hey, that's a sweetheart of a deal for Valentine's Day. We're past it, but it still goes through February. Some of the mail programs I mentioned before, support programs from the carriers for it. But we have a Medicare Supplement Carrier Production Support Program that if you have these companies contracted with us, we'll do a mailer for you at our cost. So you contract with these 8 med sup companies, you put the business through us, we'll help get you in front of people to do so. You can buy internet leads as well. Take them for what they're worth, because if you're getting the age leads, which I think are the best buy, you are chasing folks that have been approached before. Hey, everyone in the world has folks that are being pursued. You're not the only insurance agent in the world. And be aware of that competitive atmosphere as well. There's also the Brokerage Bucks mail program that if you do 8 applications with us in any of these categories through a 30-day period, we'll fund a 1,000-piece mailer for you as well. That does still apply to the special ARM as we're running. So if you've got the 8 from last month and we haven't done that mailer for you yet, Christina hasn't caught you yet, it will give you then the opportunity to get a 1,000-piece mailer out, but it'll be 1,200 pieces here in February. If you choose to do a mail program on your own as well, and you do so through a subscription basis, and you give ARM your financial information, either a bank account information for a draw or your credit card, and you set up for a minimum of 4 mailers, 4 months of mailers, we will then also match that first month's mailer. So instead of 4,000 pieces of mail, you're going to be getting 5,400 pieces of mail, because the first 1,000 you send this month is 1,200. We match it, it's another 1,200, and you then have the remaining 3,000 from your mailers going out in the subsequent 3 months. So work through some of those different pieces. We're going to help you get in front of people through the different methods that we mentioned. If you are in need of continuing education credit, go to our website. We can get you a discount on that as well. If you're doing those group presentations, we can help you with a rotation of them, including one for Medigap or Medicare Supplement programs. So we think you as an independent agent are the best option for people to get answers to what you need done. We want to help you do that, and we really feel that having AARP Medicare Supplements as part of your portfolio is necessary to cover people across the board in the Medicare Supplement world. That comes as part of your United Healthcare contract. We can help you do that, and what you're going to see as follow-up to today's presentation is a link to the recording of this presentation, a link to information on those lead programs, so sell, it's coming to you, and information on the retail programs as well that we mentioned that we're working with HEB. There's a ton of people out there with questions, and they need the answers. We think those answers best come from you. If you don't have them off the top of your head, we're going to help you find them. So, in essence, what we want as an end result of today is to help you offer your folks coverage through a multitude of carriers, but specifically AARP MedSup. We want your business. Give us the opportunity to work with you for that, and we'll make certain that the plans we put in place put you in front of people and drive your revenue for the rest of the year, for the rest of whatever time period you choose to work with us. That said, give us a call, 1-800-442-4915, if you need some immediate assistance. The rest of it, watch for the follow-up that we're going to send out as part of today's presentation. And hey, happy Friday, TGIF, and we look forward to speaking with you in the near future. Thanks so much, and happy selling.